The board and the Thiel community recently spent over a year developing and approving Thiel's strategic plan based on 4 pillars. And as I reflect on this strategic plan, we could have saved a heck of a lot of time if we would have thought about your contributions to Thiel. So I'll just review them, just a couple more with you. A commitment to academic excellence and relevance, our first pillar, no question there. A commitment to a culture of academic caring and confidence. A commitment to enhanced facilities and infrastructure. There's no doubt, after 50 years, you're part of the infrastructure. Is that right? And a commitment to superior delivery of programs and services. So your love for this institution, your service to our alma mater, and dedication to students remains unmatched. And as I would say, a large gesture, my notes say small gesture, of our appreciation to you, Thiel College is proud to present a first ever college medallion to you. Everyone see this? A well-earned mark of distinction to be worn with your academic regalia and at all former academic occasions, including tomorrow's commencements, and if you want, as you're strolling down the street with Ruth in Mercer, Pennsylvania, on your nightly walk. The back of the medallion reads, Professor David M. Miller, 61, Scholar, Mentor, Leader, 2014. And I'm so proud and honored to have the privilege of presenting this to you, my friend, today, and mentor. We hope you wear it with great pride, and we appreciate everything you've done for Thiel College.
My first challenge today is to make sure I don't get any of this drunken goat cheese sauce in. I want to thank the 3 speakers for their very, very kind remarks. It's really somewhat difficult to believe that I'm worthy of that. I guess I think it's generally acknowledged that the greatest speech ever given in America was Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And if someone asked my opinion as to what was the second greatest address, I would say Lou Gehrig's farewell at Yankee Stadium in 1940. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that. Lou Gehrig had been diagnosed with a terminal disease, and this was his last presence in Yankee Stadium. And his opening words were, "Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth." Now, I'm going to paraphrase that a little bit, and I'm going to say I consider myself the most blessed man on the face of the earth today. I want you to know this, former students. Whatever you've done for me, whatever I've done for you, you have done every bit as much or more for me. I want to ask him to stand, Lou Carbone. Lou, I ask you to stand. I'll tell you when to sit. Now, I've had a lifelong relationship with Lou. We've been in business together, and we've had an ongoing impact that's been mutual. But Lou, even though he never taught here, has had an impact on every student of mine who followed him. And I want you all to know that. I never had an attendance policy before Lou. Lou, I think he took finance, but he was there so seldom I don't know whether he did or not. But it made his absences made such an impression on me, and I said, I've got to have a policy. And all of you that followed Lou can thank him for the very stringent. Thank you, Lou. Now, whatever success I've had, whatever success any professor or teacher has, it doesn't take place in a vacuum. You have a vast community of supporters. And I want to talk about a few of those. The first group is your colleagues, the other members of the faculty who you've worked with throughout your years here. And I know a number of you here. I see Joyce, I see Jim. I'd like all of my colleagues to please stand. Jim Schaefer, David Buck. I want to commend the administration. The administration has always supported me in so many ways. And it's from every aspect of the administration. And I just, when I look back even this year of what I've been able to do, I can see administrative support in every corner that I examine. And I'm grateful for that. The third dimension is various service departments. I put on 14 dinners in this room, and Ron, you were at one of them, and others were too. And we are served so delightfully by our food service. And they're going to serve us today at some point. It's coming, it's coming. And I acknowledge all of those people. But it's those beyond the community that provide such wonderful support. Sitting beside me today is certainly one of my dearest friends, Linda Haller. And what a supporter in every way. What the Hallers have done for our enterprise program is just beyond words. And Linda, you've served and supported so well. Thank you. Another very, very special couple to me is Carl and Teresa Hoffman. Carl came back through John Hauser to speak to my senior seminar. He's been back. I think you and Ron are tied for the number of times, and I bring you back because you do such a stellar job. And Carl and Teresa, you've been such good friends and such wonderful supporters. I thank you. I know I could go on and on, but I have one more couple I want to recognize because they're so special to me. Sandy and Rich Parker, please stand. I'm going to close with this thought. It was about 2 years ago, a student came into my office. He had made an appointment. He said, I'm doing a project. I don't know whether it was one of David Buck's history projects, but the student came in and said, I'm doing an oral history on Thiel, and since I was the oldest guy around, I was a pretty natural subject, I guess. And the student came in and did a really nice job. And it went on for at least half an hour, and it was a very well-structured, I thought, experience. And I thought he was done. And he got up to leave, and he turned, but he turned back to me with one more question. He said, Professor Miller, what does Thiel owe you? I didn't hesitate. Thiel owes me nothing. I owe Thiel everything. Everything. Thank you.